I know it's already like halfway through January in 2023, but it's still January. So I decided that I would do a like big master list of essentially all of the items that I really, really loved in 2023, whether that be like items that I tried in viral product videos, beauty stuff. This is going to be everything from like books to creators. This is like everything that I loved in 2023. Things that I still love and use, things that I swear by, things that like literally I will stand 10 toes down and defend until the day that I die. I'm using the tiny mic because there is so much construction around me, so we're just gonna have to deal with it, okay? I like it and I think it's fun. I like having a microphone.
Well, I have a microphone and you don't.
So you will listen to every damn word I have to say!
By the way, all of these products that are available, I will be linking down in the description box below, so make sure you click down there, check it out, see what's available. If any of these things speak to you and you want to test them out, they will all be down there. I have quite the list on my phone here. We have a lot to get through, so let's go ahead and jump into my favorites of 2023. The best of 2023, if you will. Let's do it. Okay, first and foremost, I thought that I would review some of the viral products that I tried, and I may not have bought all of these in 2023. I think some of these I might have bought in 2022, but I used them a lot in 2023, so I felt like it was valid. The first one and the tippy top of the list that I can think of is arguably like the most expensive thing, I want to say, and that is the Opal Ice Maker. Oh my god, I love that thing so much. That thing is so amazing. I use it every single day. It is my pride and joy. It is my baby. I feel like I gave birth to it. It is a very, very expensive appliance for your kitchen. Like, it honestly is an appliance, and I know a lot of the Europeans were shook to their core. They were like, why would Americans spend this much money to make ice? I don't understand. It's just a thing. We just love ice. I don't know how else to describe it. We're just obsessed. And if you are an ice girly like me, I mean, and you feel like it's worth the investment, I definitely used the hell out of that thing in 2023. When I say every day, I mean every day. When we went on our trip to England, one of the first things I wanted to do when I got home was make myself a crispy ice water in my Stanley cup with my nugget ice. And the same exact thing happened when we went away for Christmas. I was like, I want to get back to my ice maker stat. So yeah, I won't go on too long about it because I really can go on a tangent, but like, if you've been considering it and you feel like you're willing to keep up with it and routinely clean it, descale it, etc. We also buy distilled water for it from the grocery store just to help with like buildup and things like that. It's worked great for us. The first one we had was a dud. It's all in a video. I'll link all of those viral product videos down below, but once we got the good one, the replacement, it's been amazing. I love it so much. The next thing is the Kindle. I am a girl's girl. I am just like other girls. I'm exactly like other girls, in fact, and I love me a Kindle. The Kindle has, I don't know what it is, it has magical powers, because I used to hear people talking about it all the time and how they read books so much faster, and I was like, how could you possibly read books faster on like a electronic device? But it's true. I fly through books on that thing, and it's just so much easier. It's all in one place. You're not collecting a bunch of stuff. It got to a point where I was like gonna have to buy more and more furniture just to hold all of the physical books that I had over the years, and we just kept moving and being like, what do we do with all these books, you know? And it's just so nice. I converted Drew. He's a Kindle girly now. He loves his. We're converting like all of our friends. Like, it really is just that girl. I love it so much. I think I read like 12 or 13 books last year, and I'm gonna be honest, with ADHD, most of the time I read like a book per year, and there were many years where I didn't read any books, so that tells you something right there. I also only read right before I go to bed, and it's just so much better for me mentally to unwind and read a book rather than scroll on my phone and, you know, have existential dread for hours before I go to sleep. It's honestly like a game changer. I love it so much. I sleep better. It's just like, if you have a few minutes, you can just grab it, get a few pages in. I take it in the bath sometimes, read it in the bathtub. I'm just saying, it's worth the hype for sure. The next one is the Dyson Airwrap. I unfortunately love this thing. I wasn't sure how I felt about it at first. I think it took me until I had this like shorter haircut to really enjoy it, because now I feel like with this shorter hair and my bangs, which are pinned back today, but having bangs, like, I don't know, it's just something about the round brush attachment and then the like big curling attachment that just gives me that sort of like voluminous, almost like 90s blowout look, and I love it. I almost contemplated packing it with me when I went out of town for Christmas, and I was like, okay, that's a little excessive. We can just use like a normal blow dryer, but I have become so attached to that thing. I love it so much. For the first year I had it, probably almost, I was just using it as a blow dryer. I wasn't really doing much else. It's just been like a learning curve. I've just had to really kind of practice, and I have fallen in love with it, unfortunately, because it is so expensive. There was a time where I would think I was going to sell it to Alexa, and then I was like, you know what, let me hang on to it and like practice, and now you can't get it away from me. You can rip it out of my cold dead hands. It is not necessary at all, and I know that there are cheaper alternatives. I think there's like the Shark one, and maybe I'll try that in a future video, but I also just don't, I like my Dyson. I just like it so much. So if you've been on the fence about it, just know that it did take me a long time to get used to it, but now I love it. So, I mean, take that with a grain of salt, I guess. Next up, we have the Skylight. Does anyone remember how these things were just going like so viral in probably 2020, which is I think when I bought it, and I still use it every single night. And I thought I would mention it because it is one of those viral products that I bought that I don't even think I ever talked about on YouTube, or at least on this channel, but I love it. It's like my nightlight. It's my cozy time. I put it on. There's a beautiful star projection on my ceiling, and I just put on my sound machine with it, and I read my Kindle, and I'm all cozy in bed, and it's truly bliss. Like, I love it so much. It has a self timer on it as well, so I think it shuts off at like 3 or 4 in the morning, and I just love it. It's just, the ambiance is great. I don't know how many of us who bought those in 2020 are still using them, but I love it. I love it so much, and I use it every single night. Okay, next we're gonna move into a beauty category. I only have a few different things because I could mention like every makeup item and different things that I purchased, hair products, whatever, but I don't know if anyone cares about that. Maybe I'll include stuff like that in the future, but also I do pretty much the same hair and makeup like almost every day, so that's kind of boring. But one thing that I discovered in 2023, hello? It's actually getting scary, like these years are all blended into one. But in 2023, I discovered Kiss press-on lashes that basically have an adhesive on the top of the lash, and then you stick it underneath your lashes like that on your lash line, and they stick to your top lashes, and you just add them for such a fun little pop for like a cat eye or whatever, and I have become addicted to them. They take like no time at all to put on. You just like pop them right on. I feel like it's very user friendly. I mean, sometimes you have to maneuver them around so they don't poke you in the eye, but that's pretty rare, and they're just like so good. The only thing is they are kind of expensive, and I could easily go through them in like a couple of weeks, but I do try to reuse them. It's just that they get less sticky because the adhesive already exists on the lash, which like most lashes, you know, you have to apply glue and all that kind of stuff, but this, you just literally like stick it right on. It's amazing. I believe I first saw Sarah or the Birds Papaya talk about it, and she linked them on her Instagram stories, and I snatched them right up, and I love them. They're so good. The next thing that has been a favorite of 2022 and 2023 is Grande Lash, which is a lash serum. I know that they make like tons like it, and I think I've mentioned this in a favorites video before as well, but this is also kind of a beauty product that I have seen a lot of people talk about. It got, you know, recommended to me. I was influenced to buy it, and I love it. It's expensive, but I stand by it. Like, it is so good, and it's just a serum that you put on the top of your lash line every single night before you go to bed, and it helps your lashes grow. Obviously, read into like some of the potential side effects. Like, I know for some people it can leave like a dark spot on your eyelid or something like that. I've had no issues at all whatsoever. I love it so much, and it has truly made my eyelashes grow into like what I never thought possible. I don't really have super long lashes on my own. It's always been something that I like don't really love, and in 2022 when I stopped getting lash extensions, what was left behind was truly the most depressing thing of my life. My eyes were basically bald, and I was like, I need help. So I started using Grande Lash every single night, and my lashes, like my natural lashes, when I have mascara on, if I bend down like this, they will touch my eyebrows. It's crazy. I love it. I had to mention this because this is pretty much the lip combo that I wear in almost every single video, and I always get questions like, what lip combo are you wearing? I'm wearing it right now, and it's the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk lip combo. So it's the lip liner and the matching lipstick. I have the miniature version versions that Drew got me for Christmas like last year, I think, and I still haven't gone through them, and I wear them almost every single day or every time I wear makeup. And I just feel like it's like the perfect shade. It's kind of like a mauve-y toned, like pinky nude color, and it's just like, mwah, it looks good on fair skin. It looks good when I'm tanned. Like, I just really, really love it. So it's definitely a perfect shade for me. Obviously not universal for every single person, but I love it. And it is rather expensive, but you can get like gift sets and things like that. And I mean, I asked for it for Christmas and I love it. So I may have to upgrade and get the full size this year because I wore it so much in 2023 and it's just gonna be like one of those tried and true faves from now on. So love it. The next category is going to be a few fashion favorites or just clothing, apparel, etc. I have discovered a lot of things that I really, really loved this year. And the first one is Sheertex tights. Sheertex is a brand that makes tights that are like, I mean, they claim to be like rip and snag resistant. I have seen reviews that have shown that they do rip and snag sometimes, but I have worn mine for, God, over a year now, and I truly love them. Like, they have not budged. They do have tiny, tiny little like marks on them in some places, but I've like washed them. I've put them in the dryer by accident, and like I've worn them to Disneyland. I've worn them in England. I've worn them all over the place, and they just hold up so, so well. And I would definitely recommend them. They have ones with super cute designs. I have ones with tiny little hearts on them. They have colorful ones. They had shimmery ones for the holidays, like just really, really cute. I always size up in mine, by the way, because they are pretty like, they're snatching. So I do a 2XL in mine for anyone who's curious. They're just so great and I need to collect every single pair now. Next up we have Skims boy short underwear. I fell in love with these, and actually we have a couple pairs of underwear to talk about because I think that's important as well. That's part of fashion, that's part of clothing, it's part of getting dressed. And I think I tried these in like a Giving Skims Another Chance video and I fell in love with them. They're so comfortable, they're nice and high-waisted, they're sort of like the comfort of a full butt underwear, but like a little bit cuter. Like there's that little bit of, I don't know, just something sexy about them. I ordered them in more colors. I just had a gray pair and I've had them for like a year, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna order myself some more as a Christmas gift to myself, and I love them. I posted an Instagram story talking about how, you know, I was calling myself out as well. I was going through a list of things that I was doing in January to just kind of like start the year fresh. And I was like, I ordered new underwear because I know a lot of you who are watching this have that old crusty collection of underwear in your drawer that probably needs to get thrown away, and you deserve to wear cute underwear. So that's one of the things that I bought for myself and I love them. The other pair of underwear is a pair that I got from Amazon actually, and they come in a little pack and they're more of like a no-show type of underwear. And I just like am not always a thong girly. I think there are just times where you don't want to wear a thong or a G-string and you want that comfort of wearing like a full butt underwear, but you don't want your panty lines to show. And I'm pretty sure Super Ashley 127 on Instagram posted about these first, and that's how I discovered them, and they're just so good. So they're like a high-waisted, light kind of beige colored underwear, and they're definitely the underwear that I wear when I'm wearing like a white skirt or something that's just a little bit more skin tight, definitely leggings, bike shorts, etc. And it's just so, so nice to have a significantly less visible panty line, if at all. It just depends on what you wear them with. They're not 100% panty line proof, but man, they're so, so good. Some other clothing favorites that I didn't discover these in 2023, but I wore the hell out of them in 2023, and that is my one pair of Lululemon Aline leggings that I own. They're so comfortable. They're just like butter. There's no brand that has material that's even similar to it. There are other brands of leggings that have material that I like, but it's just Lululemon is like the creme de la creme. It truly is the best. It's expensive. It's very expensive, but I think for good reason. And a lot of times you can find them on sale, and I definitely think I'm going to treat myself with another pair this year because I wear the same black pair like all the time. I wear them to work out. I wear them as lounge leggings. I wear them out and about. I've worn them to Disneyland. They're not super compressive, and they do run a little bit big, so I size down and buy a 14 in them. And yeah, so if you're looking for that like super sucked in, I would definitely go more like Girlfriend Collective. But if you're down for something that you can lounge in and work out in, as long as it's not like running around all crazy, the Alines are the way to go. They're so good. Next up, for another fashion favorite that like I just wore so much of, and I have probably like 4 or 5 pairs of, is Hollister dad jeans. I love the Hollister dad jeans. I kind of rediscovered Hollister in like 2022, 2023, and it's like been one of my favorite brands. I just feel like they've done a complete 180 and I love them. I love the quality. I love the pieces that they come out with. They're like cute for younger people and also for women in like their 30s and 40s who are also younger people, by the way. I just mean like, you know, teens and things like that. But I have like a dark blue pair that I wore when I was in England. I love those so much. I have a brown pair. I believe I have like a quarter or like a khaki kind of colored pair. I love Hollister's pants so much. Like they were definitely just their pants in general, but especially the dad jeans were just like a huge favorite of mine over 2023. Like I wore the hell out of those things. It's kind of funny because I don't really wear jeans that much, but when I do, they're most likely going to be like a Hollister dad jean or Good American. This item is actually something that Drew and I both bought for our trip to England because we wanted to have that sort of like vibe of Doc Martens, but without the excruciating pain and like bleeding and blisters and uncomfortability. And we heard good things about Dr. Scholl's, which like I buy their insoles and stuff for my shoes to wear to like theme parks and things like that, but I didn't know that they had such a cult following for their shoes. And I think I saw a pair of white sneakers of theirs go viral on TikTok over the summer, and so I looked and I saw that they had lots of other shoes, and they have an Oxford pair that Drew and I actually ended up both getting. Like we got matching shoes and they were so comfortable. Never had to break them in, immediately wore them straight out of the gate, walked all over London, all over England, wore them the entire week we were gone, and they're so comfortable. I've now worn them to Disneyland. They're just truly iconic and I love them. And I think they're actually like a work shoe as well. I think they can be like a tread safe, you know, restaurant type of work shoe, but I love them. I love them. I think they're so cute. They're so 90s and so much fun, and they're comfortable. What more could you want, honestly? And I think we got ours on major sale, so even better. Like honestly, could not recommend them enough. You know, I had to mention my Adidas Sambas. Like I just feel like I can't live without them at this point. I wore them a ton when I was younger in the 90s, like probably 4th and 5th grade. And now here I am in my 30s wearing them again, and I just love it. It makes me really happy. So I have a black pair and a white pair, and I wear them interchangeably, and honestly, they're so great. They're so comfortable. I don't mind a flat shoe. I know for some people it's not extremely comfortable, so you could easily get, you know, insoles or whatever makes you comfy, but I love them. I wear them everywhere. I feel like they make every outfit instantly cuter. I know that there's like, you know how with trends, they come and they go. Some people are like already over them, whatever. That's completely fine, but I love them. I'm gonna continue wearing them whether they're cool or not because I just love them as a shoe. They're like a little bit sporty, but like chic as hell in my opinion, and I just think they're great. So had to mention my Sambas. Shout out to all the Samba girlies. If you're a Samba hater, that's okay too. That's absolutely fine, but I will be holding it down for us Samba girlies. Okay, the last fashion item is another Amazon find, and it's actually another find that I discovered from Super Ashley 127, and that is a pair of scrunchy, cute, kind of like 90s, 80s, 90s socks, but that are friendly for us wide calf ankle girlies. These are great. They're by the brand, I believe, called Hue, H-U-E, and they come in different packs, either like all white or white with different colors. And oh my God, they're so good. They're actually stretchy at the ankle, because every time I've ever tried to buy a pair of those scrunchy socks, I'm like, these were made for very thin people, and that's fine. But tons of different people have different calf and ankle sizes. So, you know, I am so grateful that these exist. I feel like it was a huge discovery of mine this year, and I was like, oh my God, finally, yes, like, thank you. I'm not suffocating in these socks. Definitely recommend those. They're super cute, super comfortable, and very affordable as well. Okay, now that we are done with all of the products, I thought I would move on to a books category and share with you some of my favorite books that I read in 2023, because I'm not like a booktuber by any means, but I have kind of gotten back into reading as a form of just like disassociating, honestly. I love reading books that I don't really have to think that much, and I don't mean that in a condescending way. I just mean I like light, easy reading. Something very simple that helps me wind down at the end of the night, or that has a little bit of spice, you know, don't mind that. So I thought I would go over some of my favorite books that I read in 2023. The first one being the Things We Never Got Over series. There were 3 books. The 3rd book came out in September, and I inhaled all 3 of these, but I do have such a love-hate relationship with this book series and these men, and some of the dialogue is very like elder millennial cringe, but it is so addicting, and I am sucked back into it every single time. So the first book is about a grumpy sunshine trope, as they call it. This girl moves to a small town in Virginia and falls for this guy who's kind of rude, but then, I don't know, they have like hot sex and they fall in love. And then the second book is about that guy's brother and the girl that he falls in love with. And then the third book is about their best friend and the local librarian and their sort of love story, even though these men are so toxic. Oh my gosh. But it's like nice and spicy. It's interesting. It's made up, obviously. So it's, you know, a really good read if you're down for some just really cheesy dialogue, but also like that makes you really happy. So I loved that one. I also loved a book called Archer's Voice. I think I mentioned this in like a favorites video. It's a book about a girl who has been through something traumatic, finding a guy in, again, like a small town that she randomly moves to. She meets somebody and they have a very sort of like unconventional love story, I guess you could say, for a book. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was cute and there was good spice and it was very, very sweet. I actually fell in love with both of those characters. Some of it was like a little dramatic, but also I loved it. An author that I discovered this year is Frida McFadden, and she makes a lot of like thriller books, and I love her books. They always have like a little bit of a twist. They're just very easy to read, page turners, very kind of like deranged, some of them. My favorite one is The Housemaid, and then the sequel to that is The Housemaid's Secret, and it's about this like nanny who discovers that the family that hired her is like not exactly what she thought, and there's just definitely weird stuff going on, and she discovers this room that locks from the outside and like, you know, all of the drama that comes with that. And then there's a sequel. I've read a lot of them and they're really good. I definitely recommend them. And then finally the It Happened One Summer and Hook, Line, and Sinker like series, or they're like a duo. It's about this girl. I think she was loosely inspired by Alexis from Schitt's Creek, and she moves to this like fishing town. She meets this fisherman guy. You know, things may or may not happen. It definitely has good spice in it for sure. Like I was reading it like, oh my goodness, these two are crazy. And I loved it. It was just exactly what you need when you're in the mood for just like a very easy, chill read. I really enjoyed it. And then the sequel is about her sister finding love as well. So loved those. Okay, last but not least, this is getting really long, but I wanted to mention some of my favorite YouTubers of 2023 because not only am I a YouTube creator, I am a YouTube fan. Like I love watching YouTube. I watch more YouTube than I do TV. It's just so comforting for me. I've always been a YouTube girly. I've watched YouTube videos for probably like 12 or so years now regularly. So I thought I would mention some of the people that really inspired me this year or that I just really enjoyed watching. So here is my list. First we have in kind of like vlogs category, we have none other than Miss Remi Ashton, Remi Cruz. I love her so much. She is the best. Love her vlogs. Watched so many of them. She's amazing. I love Morgan Yates. She's a friend of mine and I love her just like very disciplined content. She does a lot of like resets and setting routines. She's very data driven. It's just very inspiring to watch and I love watching her vlogs. Joanna Spicer is a favorite of mine. I love watching her for like fashion inspo. I think her sense of humor is amazing and I love watching her vlogs, so definitely recommend her. I love watching Jazmine Garcia. I've watched her for a really long time, honestly, and she does a mixture of kind of like vlogs. She does fitness stuff sometimes. She does sit down videos. Like she's amazing. I love watching Samantha Jo. She has been a favorite of mine. I think I discovered her when she had like a road trip video that went viral a few years back and I just adore her. She's a friend of mine as well. So sweet. And I just love her vlogs. Like I just think she's so honest and like she is like one of the realest people on YouTube. Like I just freaking adore that girl. And through following her, I discovered Jennica and Annica. They are a mother-daughter duo, just kind of like documenting their life together. I think they're amazing. They also live in the same county that I grew up in Tennessee. Love those girls. Oh, they're amazing. Like their whole thing is like modern day Gilmore Girls. Obsessed with them. Definitely recommend them. I watch a ton of British vloggers as well. Some favorites that I have kind of like really found myself clinging to and watching a lot of their videos lately is Joel Wood. I adore him and his boyfriend. I think he's adorable. I think he's hilarious. I think his personality is very similar to mine. For sure recommend him. I love Josie. I think her channel used to be called The Fashion Mumbler and I love her vlogs. I love the Cotswolds. She has like a very fabulous, luxurious life. Love watching her videos for like a bit of escapism. And Helen Anderson is another favorite. I've watched her for years as well and I just love the combination of chit-chatty videos, vlogs. She's super creative and inspires me a lot with like the creativity that she uses in her videos. She's great. And of course I had to mention some of my oldest YouTube friends and just like my favorite YouTubers, and that is Michelle and Aline. I am obsessed with them. They're a sister duo who lives in New York City and they're both very creative, very warm, very cozy to watch. Like they are my ultimate comfort YouTubers and have been for so long. I cannot recommend them enough. I am a stan forever and always of them. There are so many, but that was like what I could think of off the top of my head. Next we have my fashion girlies, the people that I go to for like fashion inspo who make maybe vlogs, maybe fashion related videos, maybe both, but I totally am inspired by them. The first one is Gabby Whiten. I love her so much. I first discovered Gabby through Michelle and Aline, who I mentioned before, and I just love her vlogs. I love her Instagram content. I love all of the videos that she makes, and I love her fashion. I think she just has such an amazing sense of style and such a good sense of personal style. I know a lot of people focus on like trends and stuff, and I love that as well, but I do feel like she just has such a good, well-rounded sense of style. I love watching her. Another channel that I discovered in 2023 is Laini Ozark. I discovered her through my friend Alexa, and I love her videos. I think that she is just such a breath of fresh air. She's so honest. Her voice is so relaxing as well. Like, I just love watching her videos and hearing her thoughts and opinions. She has an incredible sense of style as well, and I love it. I love watching her trends videos. I love watching her like styling videos. She just has a lot of really good content. I'm sure a lot of you watch her as well. Another person that I just like love watching their videos in general, but also has an amazing sense of fashion, is Jade Fox. I think I've talked about her before, definitely on Instagram. I'm pretty sure I've talked about her on my YouTube channel as well, but she just has such an incredible sense of style, and also she's so creative, very funny. She needs way more subscribers. She's fantastic. I've watched her for many, many years. And then next we'll go into just people that I enjoy watching in general that maybe make like video essay content, maybe make funny content, maybe just make content in general. The first one that I could think of was Evelyn from the internet. I love Evelyn so much. She has the most insightful, hilarious, creative, honest, amazing videos, and I just love her content so much. I know that when she posts a video, I'm gonna watch the entire thing and I'm gonna be captivated the entire time, and I'm gonna laugh, and I'm gonna be like, damn, that's a really good point, and I'm gonna be like, oh my god, she's the coolest person ever. And yeah, I literally love her, so couldn't recommend her enough. I discovered Carley Thorne this year. Her channel's called UnCarley, and I love her. I mean, I think the first video that I watched was her Prince Harry video where she like reviewed his book, and it was hilarious and amazing, and I'm obsessed. If you are looking for someone who has amazing humor and also reviews books and pop culture things and just talks about all the things that, like, I don't know, the girlies want to hear about, you know? One of my favorite people on the internet. I love her so much. Okay, this is already getting long enough, but last but not least, we're gonna do a few niche YouTubers. I discovered a channel, I think it got recommended to me, and it's called Acre Homestead. And I love this channel. I watch them so often. She posted an hour and 30-minute video the other day, and I watched the whole thing, and I was just like, And she posts herself mostly cooking. She does like she has a homestead at her house, so she, you know, grows and harvests her own vegetables. She cans things. I am just so comforted watching her cook. So I really love watching her channel. I have a few other cooking channels that I watch. It truly relaxes me and just makes me feel so calm. The first one is Imamu Room, and she is a Japanese YouTuber who lives in Canada, and she posts videos cooking. Actually all three of these next videos that I'm talking about are either Korean or Japanese women who cook, and they don't even show themselves. Like, they literally just show like neck down, and they make these recipes, and I'm hooked on every single one, and I will watch every single one, and they're incredible. Imamu is definitely my favorite. There's also a channel called Nami's Life. She does cooking, cleaning, just like general lifestyle kind of stuff. I love watching her as well, and I just put on the captions, and it's just the most peaceful video, and she'll just make this cute little dessert or like a dinner, or she'll clean her apartment or whatever, and it's just very satisfying. I love her. And then also we have, I believe it's pronounced Dyeong. Let me know if I pronounced that correctly. She's a Korean YouTuber who makes mostly food videos, and she makes these like crazy sandwiches that are like stacked this high, and then she smashes them down with this like plastic wrap. If you watch her, you know what I'm talking about, and it's just so satisfying to watch, and I'm just so like inspired by all the things that she cooks, and I'm just like, wow, that looks amazing. So I definitely recommend her, and I could go on and on and on for days, honestly, but yeah, that is my list of all of my best of 2023. My favorite things, the things that I fell in love with, that I still stand by, that I recommend, that I used the hell out of, or in some cases watched the hell out of. So you have my seal of approval on all of these things. Definitely let me know some of your favorites down in the comments below. It's impossible to include everything in one video, but man, I sure talked in this one, so hopefully you grabbed a snack or a drink or something, because it was a lot. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. You can also turn on my post notifications if you want to be notified every time I post a new video. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for watching. I'm sending you all of my love, and we'll see you very soon in my next video. Bye.